Okay, this video is about discipline. We hear a lot in trading about you need to be a disciplined trader. Only disciplined traders will succeed. But what does that mean? In this video, I want to go back over an interview that I saw recently with boxer Mike Tyson, or former boxer Mike Tyson. I think he gives a really good explanation of discipline. And I'm going to refer that back to a few things in trading that I think that people can really improve to help them become better disciplined traders. So when asked what does he think about discipline, Mike Tyson said, discipline to him is when you do things that you don't like, but to the best of your ability. So anybody that goes to the gym, there might be certain things, it might be leg day that you don't like. But rather than just go through the motions, it's still doing it to the best of your ability. And I think that is a great explanation of discipline. And now I'm going to give a few examples in trading where we come up against things that we may not like doing, but in order to become a good trader, you need to do these to the best of your ability, not just go through the motions. So the first thing, which is pretty obvious, is cutting losing trades. I worked out very early on in my career, seeing traders around me, that you needed to cut trades early. And I made it basically my goal was to be the best on my desk at cutting losing trades. I would do it quicker and better than everybody else on my desk. And the reality is that alone helped to keep me in the business longer than they did, helped to improve my P&L, that become better traders than they ever became. And so basically, I always set myself that goal. Don't just cut trades, blasé about it. Become the best. So that basically, I knew that if I could cut trades quicker than other traders in my market, I knew I could do better than they would, because the next day they would be holding losing trades, or an hour or 2 hours later. And when you're holding these losing trades, it's going to affect your decision making. It's going to affect your ability to take other trades. So I took pride in being very good at cutting losing trades. Another thing that goes sort of sometimes hand in hand with cutting trades is re-entering trades. Sometimes you're going to get out of a trade, and then maybe it's a few hours later, maybe a few minutes later, perhaps if you're a position trader, a few days later, you want to go back in because the situation's changed. I think too many, particularly retail traders, struggle with this idea, in that they sort of focus on the fact, oh, I got out and now I've missed it and now the market's going my way, and they get caught up in that turmoil. Again, I just was able to put everything else aside, focus on the moment, become really good at making the right decision right now. And if you're going to cut trades very well, and very quickly, you are also going to need to be very good at re-entering trades, because sometimes that's going to happen. Sometimes you're going to need to re-enter. So again, don't think about the negatives of it. Don't go through the motions with it. Become good at it. A third discipline that I'll talk about is reversing trades. This is something that I get, it comes up a lot in the Norden method. I talk about it a lot of my monthly meetings. I think good traders are very good at reversing trades. What I mean by this is that you have a trade, conditions have changed, or maybe you just got it wrong and the market's going against you. You're able to quickly realize that you're wrong and you reverse the trade. Now, what most people end up doing when they're wrong is doubling up on trades. Now, that to me is a real warning sign. And a sign of a better trader is one who recognizes early that they're wrong and they can reverse trades. Again, the key theme here is that you have to recognize that you're wrong or that conditions have changed. Now, this process is one that none of us like doing. None of us like to say, oh, yeah, I was wrong. All right. No trader likes that. But if you can accept that, and if you can, rather than just, again, go through the motions or berate yourself by the fact you're wrong, if you could embrace it and to the best of your ability say, yes, I'm wrong. I like the fact that I know I'm wrong. I'm going to reverse this trade now. That is a massive positive. And traders who reverse quickly rather than traders who are doubling up is something I think is far more proactive and something that I like to see being done. Again, the key theme about all of those is you have to embrace the fact that you know you're going to be wrong, and you're happy that you recognized you were wrong quickly, and then you were able to change. Take pride in that. Don't treat that as a negative. The last thing I'm going to mention here is sitting out. I've mentioned many times that your ability to succeed as a trader in some part or other is going to be due to your ability to sit out, to recognize the conditions are not right, and just to say, I'm not going to trade today, or I'm not going to trade for the next 10 minutes or hour until conditions change. A lot of traders think that they're missing out by not trading, and they think it's a really negative decision to sit out. I love that decision. I love that decision to say, yeah, there's nothing happening right now. If I trade, I'm going to lose. So I'm going to sit out. That helps me essentially change the balance between losing days and winning days. And I like the fact, and I do it to the best of my ability to figure out as quickly as possible not to trade. Not to trade, or deciding not to trade, is a very important decision. And again, don't treat it lightly. Don't treat it as a negative decision or something that's weak or bad. It has the potential to have very positive impacts on your P&L. So these are just 4 things to think about when you're thinking about how you can improve your discipline. How things that you would normally treat badly or negatively or not like doing, if you actually go about it and try to be the best you can at them, they will all help your trading improve your P&L. During the running of the Norden method over the last few years, these are topics that have come up again and again. So much so that I've added extra content into the course. I've come up with new ways, new ideas for my traders to try and get better at each of these things, because we are all slightly different. We react to different things, and I want to help as many people as possible. So I've again improved, and these are areas that in particular I've focused on to help people come up with new ideas to help them on all of these things. So I hope that this video has helped you to understand what discipline might look like. And now the key is to the test is to go away, think about the things that you're weakest at, that you don't like doing, and become very good at them.